Well, hello, everybody. This is Michelle Mras, and if you just stumbled across me, I'm an international speaker, coach, trainer, you name it. Find me. I'm all over the place. Look at my website, michellemras.com, and you can learn more as I poke into his nose. This is John Esquire.
Yeah, sure.
So those of you who do not know what I'm doing on this on this whole talk here, I like to talk to people. And normally I'm alone, but today I had coffee with John Cotton here. And I thought, what a perfect idea, a perfect example of what I talk about with mental shifting and finding your way and changing what you do in order to find your new normal. Well, John recently retired from the military. As you can tell, no longer in the military. So what I wanted to ask John today was, or is, you shifted. How did that work? Was it terrifying? I mean, how long were you in the military?
So I did just over 20 years in the military, and it becomes very comfortable. It becomes your normal. It becomes what you expect, and you take on the personality and persona to be successful in the environment that you're in. And the idea of getting out was very exciting, and it was inspirational. Like, oh, I got all these great ideas. This is what I'm going to do. And as the event gets closer, and as the exit gets closer, it becomes scary. You start questioning your abilities, your desires, your plans. As you get closer to that change, at least for me, when I've known and done something for most of my adult life, the confidence in making that transition started to wane, and it started to waver.
Sound familiar?
So what I did, was a lot of military guys do, I stayed in something that was comfortable. I became a contractor, and I continued to teach the flying and flying the aircraft that I flew for the 20 years I was in. I moved to a location that was 6 hours away from my family because it was a good job with good pay, and it was comfortable. It wasn't what I planned on doing, but it is what I ended up doing for a while. I did that for a year. And at the end of that year, I realized what I was missing by not being with my family. And I was contemplating quitting and figuring out and moving back, doing what was important to me, and
Pulling the Band-Aid off, basically.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And that was even scarier, but it was going to be my decision. And then there was a problem with the contract, and they decided to let all of us go. So the decision was made for me.
But he put it out in the universe. I want out.
And I think that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
The universe said, oh, all right, I will give you the push. And so instead of being terrified of the push, I realized this is what I was supposed to do. This was the move I was supposed to make. And I embraced the push. And now I'm back, and I am looking for jobs. And now opportunities feel like they are opening up. They are presenting themselves to me because I'm open to them. I am confident in my abilities and what I can give to whoever wants to hire me, whoever I can work for, whoever I can be around. I have skills that people need. And at the same time, I have the confidence that I can present them and I think do a fantastic job for whoever I am working with, working for, and around.
Now you know why I wanted John on? I wanted John on because he's a great example of what I talk about very often. Sometimes you just got to trust, jump, grow your wings on the way. Because if the universe really is listening and you really did put it out there, the universe will answer you. Now, the thing is if it answers, you need to be ready to call. You need to answer that call. And with John, it's like, okay, you no longer have a job. Well, good thing I was already kind of making plans in the back of my head of what I wanted to do. You see, when you have changes in your life or you put things out in the world to make changes in your life, you need to be prepared to shift. So yes, I always say you always need a plan, but always have, just like a GPS, it gives you multiple paths, always know where you want to go, but be willing to take any path that gets you there. Don't get so stuck on, I'm going to take this job, I'm going to be a contractor, and this is the only way. No, there's other ways. Be open to it because the first way probably isn't going to way the way you want. So that's why I wanted you here. I wanted John on to show that even coming out of the military, no matter what job transition you're going through, it's going to be scary. It's going to be exciting. It's not always going to work out exactly the way you think, and it's okay. It's human, right?
It absolutely is. But I think you need to know, you need to believe in yourself. You need to know what your capabilities are, what you can offer, what you can present, and what you can contribute. Because if you don't believe in your own skills and your own ability to contribute to your friends, your workplace, the world around you, then nobody else is going to believe in you either.
You would think he might actually listen to me every once in a while, wouldn't you? So basically, for those of you who are just jumping in and have never seen me talk before and now hearing John talk, I talk about the whole idea of, being, oh geez, I just dropped that out of my brain. Oh, that's it. Being truthful with yourself. You need to know what you're really good at. And here's a caveat on that. What you're really good at is the one thing that you think is so easy that it's not important. What you find to be ordinary is what is terribly and amazingly extraordinary about you. So first, you've got to know what your power is. You've got to know what you do well. But the point of that is you must also understand your faults. You need to know what you're not good at so that you can surround yourself with people who are good at that. And that way you can focus on what you're good at. Now, this man knows what he's good at. So what he does is he takes what he's good at and expands upon it into his new world. That's what you need to do in your world. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's exciting. But change is good, and you won't die. Okay? You'll grow wings.
The leap is fun. Once you make the leap, you understand what you were missing out by holding yourself back.
Yes.
You make that jump, the opportunities will present them to you, and then you need to
trust it.
And at some point, you may have so many opportunities you have to pick and choose.
That's what happened with me in my speaking. Now it's like, well, I'm going to speak here. Now I'm going to do here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. And you can say no. You don't have to say yes to everything. And if you're wondering where I am, because it's not my normal background here, wait, John, you got to move a little bit. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're in the light. He's in the light. We're at a place called Java Punk in Colorado Springs. And it is the most eclectic, wonderful, amazing place. And if you ever get a chance to come out, come out. Oh, hi, Francis. Anyways, John, you have any parting words you want to give to the people who are also shifting in the world?
Put it out there. Be truthful to yourself, know what your skills are, and then don't be afraid to ask for help. So many people during their transitions, I think, feel like they have to do it all on their own. I have amazing friends who help me. They're my sounding boards. They support me. They say, John, no, you're a bit wrong there. You think you need to maybe focus on this. But you have friends and family for a reason. And they know you better than you think they do. And they can offer advice, support, help, opportunities.
Or give you something to think about when they say things and you're like, wait a minute, I'm quite sure that's wrong. I know I'm good at that. That kind of thing. Hi, Rich. So thank you for joining me and John today. And I hope to see you next week. And please subscribe to my Anchor, not the nose, the Anchor, MentalShift on Anchor. And of course, go to my YouTube page and subscribe. There's so much to learn and there's so much on that page. So please join me on my YouTube or my Anchor page. And we'll see you next week. Until then, bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's see.